Good morning. It is 4:48 a.m. I just let the dogs out. We did our little good morning kisses. So you might be wondering, why the heck am I getting up at 4:30 in the morning? This girl must be crazy. Sam works weekends. This week he works Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the next week he'll work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He asked me to start getting up with him, and I was like, why not? So here we are. Sam's actually coming right now. Hi. You gonna be in the YouTube?
Huh?
You gonna be in the YouTube?
Good morning, YouTube! Love you. Oh, have a good day.
Oh, have a good day.
Me, baby.
Love you. Not kidding, this entire outfit outside of this necklace, my pantyhose, and then my undergarments was all thrifted from Goodwill. Alright, so it is 6 a.m. I got my coffee in my Lara bar. I still don't know everything that I need to get done today, but I'm going to sit down and make my to-do list. I have a couple things on here already from beginning of the week. So something that I used to do to increase my productivity, and I am now starting to do again, is map out my goals for the week on Monday. So I didn't really have too many things. I just wanted to work out 5 times, and then I wanted to record 1 to 2 podcasts. So I went ahead and I scheduled out when I was going to record my podcast. I scheduled out some of my workouts. I scheduled out my runs, so that's good. And then something else I'm doing to increase my productivity is getting dressed every day. So I work from home. I am a dietitian. I do online holistic health coaching. And it's really easy for me to just wear my workout clothes all day long, because generally speaking, I am going to work out at some point most days. But if I'm wearing my workout clothes, I found that I'm just not as productive into work. I think it's because I know at any point I could leave and go to the gym. So that's why I'm trying to break it up. I'll either go to the gym first thing in the morning and then get ready, or I'll work and then work out. So we're gonna get going on these tasks. So yeah, I have to record my podcast. I have just a really quick thing I need to do for a client. And then I have another client that just got her Dutch Complete hormone panel back. So we don't have our consult for another week, but I'm gonna I need to send that out to her and slowly work on getting that together. And then I'm not sure from there what we're doing. So stick along for the ride. I wanna show you something that popped up on my client's Dutch test. So again, the Dutch test is a very thorough hormone panel, and I wanna show you why I love it so much and why it is definitely worth the investment. So this client, if you look at her estrogen metabolism, so you see these 3 lines and then this little pie chart over there. The green, this is showing phase 1 estrogen metabolism, okay? And you should be preferring that green pathway. So if you look at that little pie chart over there, that green should be much bigger, but you see she's preferring the blue. And if you're preferring the blue or the red, and again, that's phase 1 estrogen metabolism, if you're preferring the blue or the red pathway, that actually increases your risk of ovarian cancer and breast cancer. So she would not have been able to find out that she wasn't metabolizing estrogen well if she would have just got blood estrogen levels looked at. So regardless of the weather, I do recommend getting outside every single day. Luckily, I have dogs, so I kind of have to go take them out. But when you get sunlight, and again, it does not matter the weather. Oh, I'm shivering, I'm so cold. It does not matter what the weather is. Getting outside is really good for your circadian rhythm. It's really good for managing your cortisol levels, helping you sleep at night. So highly encourage making that daily habit of going outside a couple times a day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. I think I had started reading the Bible yet. I think I just started reading the Bible, but like I didn't really fully comprehend the idea of like God is first in my life. It's not all on me. It's, you know, the power of the Holy Spirit dwells in me and helps me to accomplish what I need to in life. All right, so we got breakfast. I got 3 eggs, some apples that have been cooked down with some coconut oil and all the spices I showed you, sweet potatoes and some fermented jalapenos, and some bone broth for additional protein and gut healing nutrients. So I'm going to dig on in. All right, so I have all these herbs, just one patch. That's oregano, rosemary, and then a bunch of thyme right here. This whole thing is basil, and then I have a couple parsley plants. So I'm just gonna cut some of it off and I'm gonna start drying it because we got our first frost. I think it was like 2 days ago, and I don't actually know when these are gonna die back, but I would rather, you know, start now, especially just, you know, slowly chipping at it away. And I do need to find out when they die back. If you know when these herbs die back, comment below because I'm really not sure. I do know that most of them, except for the basil and parsley, they're all gonna grow back next year, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I just got all of the basil and some of the parsley in the dehydrator to start drying it out. And the basil is super bitter because it had floured so much, and the parsley was kind of bitter too, so I'm not really sure how good that's gonna end up being. I'm still gonna probably dry it and use it anyway. But for next year, I definitely need to get on this way earlier. Like, it's October when I'm recording this, and I really should have done this in the middle of summer. I think the oregano, thyme, and rosemary should be fine. I've been cooking with those a lot recently, and I wonder if, because in my area they're perennials, I wonder if they just don't get bitter like that. So if you know, let me know. I'm only in year 2 of gardening. I was gonna say second. I'm on my 2nd year of gardening, so still a lot to learn. But yeah, if you know more about giant herbs, or if you have any tips, comment them below. I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, so it's time to make some bone broth. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're going to take beef bones, put them on a pan at 450 in the oven until they start to smell yummy. So probably about, I don't know, about 20 to 30 minutes. And then you're gonna put the bones into a pot. You'll see here that these are super big bones, so they barely fit into the pot, but you don't need bones that are quite this big. I usually will do it in the Instant Pot when I have a chicken carcass or something smaller. The next thing you're gonna do is add water. I personally use filtered water, and then you'll add some apple cider vinegar. So you'll let this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes so that the apple cider vinegar can pull out some of the collagen. And then this part is optional, but I do like to save my garlic peels and onion peels, and I'll go ahead and add that in there. Plus, if I have herbs from the garden, I'll throw this in as well, but again, that is optional. Then I let this big pot simmer for about 24 to 36 hours, and then I will strain it. So obviously I'm making a ton of broth, and there's no way I can like go through all this in a week. So you can freeze it in these 16-ounce wide mouth mason jars. So that's what I do, and then I freeze them. Look at that vein on my neck, holy cow. It's gnarly. Just made me look like I work out with my neck vein. Another example of like, this girl's weird. Now it's time for a little bit of grounding. I can't see right now. I don't like plan to do this every day. I just was outside with the dogs and I was like, oh, I really want to lay down in the grass. So I had a doctor during my healing journey tell me to lay down in the grass for 15 minutes every day for grounding purposes and to help with stress management. It has become one of my absolute favorite things to do ever. So dinner is served. We got Swedish meatballs, some leftover mashed potatoes that I heated up, and some sauerkraut. I took my neighbor, I have a neighbor who's in 5th grade, and she was interested in playing volleyball. I shared with her mom a post about like a local volleyball league that they were starting up. So her mom wasn't able to take her, so I took her to this meeting, and they needed an assistant coach. So it's a Christian volleyball league. So I offered. So I am gonna be an assistant volleyball coach. So that's super exciting. But I'm gonna eat dinner. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you had fun here, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I will be posting weekly, sharing days in the life, healthy habits, what I eat in a week, and just other fun stuff. So I'm so happy that you're here, and thank you for watching.